Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Golden Bears will put total weather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it's just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
He turns that loose down the right side.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air, but when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to run for it. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
I don't know if that was a bust defensively, but there was nobody in the middle of the field that time, making it way too easy for the offense to pick up a chunk play in the middle.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. So the Cal Golden Bears offense will go to work for the 1st time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Run in the red zone, it's Green. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Russell. The throw to the outside is complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. He gets in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air. It's Russell. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up.
And the ball's out after that big play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Golden Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Golden Bears. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To throw, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Fires on the move. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Young. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely...
Got enough space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Just moments ago, Alabama was is feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get to the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Touchdown, Cal! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try the run. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First step. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Snagged in the middle. It's Hale. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way.
Tight end trying to get in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Keeps looking downfield. At the 35, he's loose.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Young. Slithers into space.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. With the catch, it's Hale. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Plucks it out of the air. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Keeps it going. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Touchdown time! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Wants to go up top on first down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. That's caught. It's Reynolds. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just outside the red zone, first and 10 from the 21. Looking downfield on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's James. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
He'll throw on third down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Rushes on him. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Firing to the right, complete. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to swing it on second down. He wants it all. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw for it. Got a man. It's James. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Golden Bears! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He lets it fly. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times in home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds a tight end. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now the play fake. He makes the catch. He's loose down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cal!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can...
Touchdown, Bama! Special teams proving to be special. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's James. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Golden Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Complete to the right. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Pulls it in. It's Wiley. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here's a heat. Caught. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field. There he goes. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Golden Bears headed quickly to the line.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple of minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Golden Bears can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Wiley. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. He'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He's got it and still on his feet. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. On the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown and now get nothing.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had
The play action fake. Buys a little time. On the run deep down the right side. He hauls it in and nobody's close. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Unloads it downfield. He's got it at the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown time. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reynolds. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. To the air, it's Russell. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a